All right, y'all, WT Barbecue, we're back at it again. Today, we're gonna do some party ribs. So we got 3 racks, baby backs, just rinsed them down, patted them dry. They are Costco, just right at about 30 bucks. Now you can do these any number of ways. We can individually slice them now, or we can season them. I'm gonna season them. This is WT Barbecue way. We got Smoking Buddy number 2 here. Smoking Buddy number 1. Say hi to Gus and Lily.
Gussie, Lily.
And then you got the best little WT assistant there ever was.
Hello.
All right, y'all. So here we go. Well, let's show them the rubs we got.
Okay.
This is what we're gonna put on there today. We got some brown sugar and bourbon. We got bourbon molasses, and we got cowboy. Back up a little bit so it's not so fuzzy. There you go. And then show y'all how we do things around here. We got the Buffalo Trace in the new 45-47 decanter. So let's see. Let's go ahead and get some seasoning on these here.
Let's season them.
Y'all can see how far I hold back here. Just gonna give them a good little dusting of each one.
That's a bunch of seasoning.
So it makes them taste so good. Again, I'm choosing to do this my way. Now for the cowboy rub. Stuff's got a pretty good flavor to it. Y'all make sure y'all do this when Mama ain't home, because all this seasoning makes a mess. Or at least if you do, clean it up. Otherwise, you're gonna have to hear about it when she gets home from work.
Yep. She thinks everything needs to be picture perfect.
And this cowboy rub here will give it a nice, good, dark color to the ribs as you're cooking them. It's kind of a savory, sweet flavor we got going on here today. The WT assistant doesn't like the smell of that cowboy rub, but that's okay. She likes the taste.
Yeah, I like it.
No, don't eat that. You're not gonna like it. It's better when it's cooked.
Okay.
All right, so we're just gonna give them a little slice up here. I personally like to do them this way, but you can slice them first and then season. It's up to you. However y'all want to do your own thing.
Slice up them.
All right, well, let's get on to this rack here.
Rib number 2.
We just try to make them uniform and get down in between the rib bones as best we can. What's that there, WT assistant?
The cowboy actually smells good.
Oh, yeah.
Rib number 1, rib number 2.
Where you at there, assistant?
Over here. Playing with the smoke buddy.
All right, a little bit more of this bourbon molasses. Just a little thing y'all can do at home too is you can do your own peppercorns in the smoker. Put some bourbon, soak them in bourbon for a day or so. Take them out of the pan, dry them out. Get that bourbon to smoke into them a little bit. And then smoke your peppercorns. And once they're re-dried out after you smoke them, you grind them up and you got your own flavored peppercorns. Come on. Just a little thing that I've done before, and it's not too bad.
One smoke buddy is coming over here to see what you were doing.
I don't doubt it.
Smoke buddy number 2.
Them smoke buddies love the meat. They love the bones, but they don't get none. Got way too much seasoning on them. All right, let's do a little bourbon brown sugar with these.
Are you sure you're not going to run out of none?
We just did run out. And we'll throw a little bit of this cowboy rub on them here. Come on. And then while these are marinating in the rub, we're going to go fire up the smoker. So we'll take y'all through that process again here.
Here comes one of the smoke buddies.
There's old Gus Bus.
And he's my baby. Smoke buddy number 1.
That backyard, we got some clear. And we're gonna fire up the old vertical. Need the old assistant here to left me stranded again. High and dry.
Smoke buddy number 2.
We're gonna open our door up. We had a pretty successful cook, last cook. Take the fire pot out. Get all that ash cleaned out of here.
Smoke buddy. Smoke buddy number 2. Smoke buddy number 1. Put that back in there.
And then we need to
No. Hey,
Alright, so we got to get this ash cleaned up out of here. Make sure we don't have any problems with the cook.
I want to make sure the smoke buddy doesn't get into it. We got to put it too.
Make sure that that's all ready to rock and roll.
We don't want something to happen like it happened last time.
Yep, no fires.
Yep.
And then we'll check our hopper out here. Just about time to refill the old hopper here. But these ribs are going to cook pretty quick. So we're going to get that water tray back in there here in a minute. But for now, we're going to turn her on. Once we get her fired up, I'm going to run through my process here. We're going to go to piece setting. We're going to go to smoke mode. And we're going to put her in smoke mode 6. We're going to take our temperature up to 2 1/4. Let her get up and get warm. All right, y'all. We'll be back at y'all here in a few minutes. And when it's about time to get these ribs on there. All right, y'all. We got a little bit of smoke starting to roll on the smoker. That's a good sign. Get our water tray filled up.
We got the smoke boss and the smoke assistant.
This is just the initial fire up.
Got all that nice smoke.
y'all can hear that or not. The fan ramped up a little bit. That's a good thing.
We got our water in the tray.
We get some of that heavy smoke to start to dissipate, then we'll close the door, let her come up to temperature, and then it'll be time to put our ribs on. It's a hot and fast method for baby backs. Don't need to wrap nothing until we put them in a tray a little bit later. Put them in a tin-foil pan with some barbecue sauce and get things moving along. All right, y'all, we'll be back at y'all here shortly. Here we go. We got 195 degrees on the internal. Now it's time to line these trays up. Remember what happened last time? We got to be careful with them trays, them shelves. They like to fall. Just a little bit of weight.
Yep. We have 3 smoke buddies, 2 dogs, and 1 chicken.
Yeah, well, we just found out we lost it. We lost a yard bird, y'all. Something got in the coop and tore her to shreds. That's part of life, ain't that right? Unfortunately.
Now we've had 4 chickens that have been
Taken out.
Yep. Now Daddy has to bury one. But we gotta do what we gotta do.
Get.
No smoke, buddy.
All right, show them what we're working with, girl. So there we go. We got a little space in between each of them. All right, back up a little bit, sweetheart. Close the door. And we're gonna cook these at 2 1/4. 225.
225.
225. While those are cooking, we're gonna get ourselves squared away. We're gonna cut a little grass, do a little chores here today.
Yep.
And then we'll come back at y'all here in a little bit when everything is getting just about right and about time to put them in a pan with some sauce, some butter, and some brown sugar. All right, y'all, we'll be back at y'all here in a little while. We out.
Smoke boss and assistant.